We now return you to iHeartRadio Baltimore's Maryland Today.
Good morning and welcome to Maryland Today. My name is Jeff St. Pierre and I appreciate your time today. I have one of my favorite guests here with me today. Her name is Mary Hastler, the CEO of the Harford County Public Library. Today we're talking about the return of one of last year's hit events, the Taste of Harford. Mary, it is always just such a pleasure to speak with you.
Oh, I love being here. I love seeing you. And I love talking about the libraries in Maryland.
And I love that Harford County Library, I've talked to folks that work at different library systems, and everybody does such a wonderful job in this state at keeping the community engaged, keeping them involved in what's going on. But there's something a little bit different about the Harford County Public Library. You guys really do pull out all the stops and find really unique and creative ways to, again, to use the word, to engage with the community and make them understand how valuable the library can be.
Well, I think we speak from our heart, our mission. We're mission driven. And our core purpose is providing resources and services to all ages, no matter who you are, no matter where you went to school, where you live. It's free at the most part. And we're genuine about it. Or we don't always say no about things and try to say yes so that we do things that really do make a difference in lives. We live and work in Harford County. We love Harford County. We love Maryland. And we just want to make sure that we provide the best public library services out there to the best of our ability. One of the things we're really known about is being creative and innovative. We have that reputation. We're always, if a good idea comes across my desk, we're like, oh, good idea. Let's see what we can do with this. We never stop doing that. We've been doing that for so long. So I think it does make a difference. We try not to get caught up in the bureaucracy that sometimes can happen in an overwhelming organization.
Well, one of the things, or one of the good ideas that's popped up in the last year or so is the Taste of Harford. Last year was the first year you did this, and from what I understand, big success. So I hear you're quote unquote back for seconds this year.
Oh, yes. We are back for seconds. It's the Annual Taste of Harford. It is Sunday, May 18th, and it's at Vineyard Manor Farm up in Haverty Grace. And we're super excited. Some of our partners are back this year. We have Harford County Farm Bureau, who's going to be on hand. We also have the Harford County Chamber of Commerce. And then we also have the Restaurant Association of Maryland. And the Taste of Harford is all about showcasing the amazing restaurants, the amazing breweries, our entrepreneurs, our vendors, our jewelry makers, our authors, and doing it in a way that is so accessible to everyone. Tickets are $45, and all the information, of course, is on our library website at hcplonline.org. And it is primarily for adults. There is going to be a lot of wine and breweries happening, and there is entertainment happening too. And I think the most exciting part is the day we all come together. We have more than 40 restaurateurs coming. They will be competing for the best bites of Harford County. And the really cool thing about that is our participants, our attendees, get to vote for these best bites. And there's a few categories. I believe we have a seafood dish.
Okay.
We have a meat dish. We also have a vegetarian dish. We also have dessert, which is always my favorite. I do have a sweet tooth. And then, of course, our favorite beverage contest. And the really nice part about it is the winners get to have bragging rights until next year's event.
And you mentioned you've got about 40 different restaurants and you've got breweries and wineries involved too. Are there any bigger names or any names that you want to mention here just to give people a taste of what they can experience?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to read some of these because there's so many of them. Even I can't keep track of them. But we have Broomsbloom Dairy, of course. Okay. Kate Dallum and her gang will be with us. We have Coffee. We have the Ledoux Cafe. We have Fresh Source Farms. We have Fiore Wine will be coming, winery and distillery. We have Lib's Grill. They're located, I believe they're also in Baltimore County too, but they have two locations in Harford. We have 111 Main, which is on Main Street in Bel Air, and that is the place where you go for special. So if you get my drift, their food is really good. It's very clever. We have Latitude Seafood Company attending. Harford Vineyard and Winery, another favorite for a lot of our folks who like to have fun after work. We also have, who else do we have coming? Did I mention Blue Farm Catering? We have Pompanian, the olive oil people from Baltimore coming up.
Okay.
We're very excited about that because we do love our olive oil in Harford County. We have the local. The local is Zach is the owner and the chef, and he will be on hand, and they always provide such surprise dishes for us. We have the grazing room will be there. Oh my gosh, do you want me to keep going? Oh, and Perring's Bistro. Let's not forget about Perring's Bistro. Pondview Farm and Market, Slate Farm Brewery, and more. I could go on and on and on and on. Make sure you check out the website because we do have a complete listing of all our restaurants and wineries and distilleries who will be there on hand.
Of course, we mean no disrespect to anybody we didn't mention here. We just don't have time to list every single person that's going to be involved. But hcplonline.org is where you go if you want to find out more details. I also heard there's going to be an opportunity at Taste of Harford for people to vote for the official ice cream of Harford County.
Oh, yes, that is super exciting. So and I'll talk a little bit about our 80th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
It's the library's 80th anniversary. We'll be kicking that off on June 30th. And as part of that, we're doing all sorts of interesting, fun things for the entire year. But we're super excited that Brooms Bloom has agreed to create 3 amazing ice cream flavors. I don't want to give away what their titles, but I can tell you this: they are book related and library related. So just
of course,
put your imagination to work. And then the taste will be there during the Taste of Harford, and you can vote on your favorite flavor. So we're very excited about doing that. And it does really kind of give nice homage to our 80th anniversary. And then I don't know if I mentioned, but Chef John Shields will be with us also at the Taste of Harford. John's a great partner with us. We did our cooking show that is on hiatus at the moment. Hopefully we'll be coming back soon. And then he also will be talking about his books. He is considered the culinary ambassador of the Chesapeake Bay, and our Common Table, that's his foundation, does really amazing work with mentoring young fledgling chefs in the region. So he will be with us too.
And so you mentioned John, but you also dropped in authors earlier in this conversation. So I know we've got food, we've got drinks, but what else are people going to experience at Taste of Harford?
Oh, yes. We have some local authors who will be on hand selling their books and talking about how they're writing. We also have some music, entertainment that will be there on hand. There's just so much happening that day that it's going to be a really amazing event. And those of you who attended last year, I think you're going to be really just overwhelmed this year with the quantity of food. So come hungry. And also the beer and wine selections too.
So how many people are you hoping are going to come out? I mean, last year, obviously a big enough success that we did it again this year. So how many people are you hoping to get?
We anticipate about at least 600 people.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very big event. And the nice thing is the venue is very large, so we can handle a large crowd too.
Good.
And plenty of parking.
Where again is it being located?
It is at Vineyard Manor Farms. It's up in Haverty Grace, and it's the second year we've been there.
Awesome. And the website again, hcplonline.org. If you want to find out details, you mentioned tickets are $45, and it's happening on May 18th. So a lot of really good stuff going on with the Taste of Harford. Is the title, is the second year title officially Back for Seconds? Is that what you're calling it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's Taste of Harford, Back for Seconds.
I love that you're treating it like a movie franchise where it's like Taste of Harford, Back for Seconds.
Back for Seconds.
Starring The Rock. All right.
Well, that would be cool.
That would be great. We'll have to think about that for the trilogy next year. I know.
We'll have to find a farm that can handle 1,500 people.
Exactly. I don't know, with him, maybe even more. So I know also coming up around this time of year as schools start to wind down, we get into summer reading. That's a big thing for the Harford County Public Library.
It really is. This will probably our 80th year of hosting summer reading for our youth. It starts for preschoolers all the way up through high schoolers, but of course, anybody can participate. Of course, if you're an adult, you don't receive any of the prizes, but you can have bragging rights, and it's a really nice way to work with your child. That does kick off June 1st, and it goes through August. And June 16th is our major kickoff Monday. That is when we bring in our vendors, our sponsors. We do special activities and special events, performers, and that will be at the Abingdon Library, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and that is Monday, June 16th. And the theme this year is Color My World. So we're very excited about that because it really does lend itself to a lot of art, creativity, innovation, and just we want to make the world a special place this summer because, I think we designated this year as the year of the book. So summer reading supports that.
Oh, I remember summer reading growing up. It sounds weird to say this, like how much I loved reading during the summer, but you mentioned prizes and our local library gave us like free pizza coupons and stuff when you read so much. And this is my experience when I was a child. I'm not sure what all your prizes are, but like I read a lot of books to get free pizza, and it was fun. Like it was an entertaining atmosphere of that where it didn't feel weird to read during the summer. You know what I mean? Like I loved being a part of summer reading programs.
And my favorite coupon is, remember I have a sweet tooth, is a McDonald's free sundae. I'm not sure if we still have that, but if we do, I highly recommend it. And of course, with our program, you do receive free books when you complete the program too. So it's a lot of fun. And I think one of the highlights we do is our at the farm fair, which is in July. I think it's July 23rd, is our literary spelling bee, of which you've participated in as host. I know you won't be with us this year, but it's going to be an exciting time, and it's for all ages to come out and show us your spelling skills. So we host that, and registration will be available online too, coming soon.
I always love that event. And I'm very sad that I will not be able to attend this year, but I just won't be in town, unfortunately, that week. But it is such a fun event where like the parents and the kids, there are some people that kind of get a little fired up, but it's a fun event where you just come in and you have a good time and you're spelling some words. And I don't know, I feel like it's a very comfortable atmosphere to just enjoy a little bit of your day, talking about books, talking about reading and spelling. The first time you pitched it to me as come host a spelling bee in the summer at a county fair, I was like, who is coming to a spell? But it's a fun community event that people really enjoy.
It is. I think the funniest one, the cutest one are the little ones when they come in to spell, and they're nervous, but they stand there and they speak into the microphone and they spell their words. And then I think the funniest one, now that I look back on, is when we had the adults get into a fight about it. And the word was boucle. I think that's how you pronounce it. And none of them could get it, but then they all got mad at each other. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be fun. But it was pretty entertaining, and it's a fun event.
Is the little ones and the older ones, I find. Like the adults also, like, because they get so embarrassed if they spell a word wrong. Like, especially if it's like a quote unquote easier word, like, oh, how did I admit, but it's just, again, it's just for fun. Like you get books at the end. No one's walking away with $1 million prize. It's just a good time. More details about that you can find at hcplonline.org as well. As Mary mentioned, the signups are going to be starting for that pretty soon here. Again, 80 years. That's pretty remarkable. There's not a lot of things that last 80 years anymore. So congratulations on an 80th anniversary.
We're really excited about, we had our 75th anniversary during the pandemic.
Sure.
So we had planned a whole year of events, and that kind of became wah-wah. But our 80th is pretty significant too. So we're planning a year full of events and kicking it off, and of course, ice cream flavors and other surprises. What I find fascinating about it, and I'm doing a lot of research right now to write small articles that will launch throughout the year, is looking at our old handwritten books that had old minutes from back in the day, and they are handwritten, and who was on our library board, what the issue, some of the issues have not changed. Should we buy this book or not? Somebody didn't like it. Okay. So it's just interesting to see things that haven't changed, and then also what has changed, how we've moved into technology a lot higher. When I started in the field, the internet was just getting started. So it was the old green screen. We had one Netscape computer in the Beller Library that you had to sign up for, and nobody ever used it. No, everybody avoided it like the plague because they didn't know what to do with it. So, the world has changed. And the fun thing is we're still around and making things happening with our AI products. IBU, our AI puppy that we take out and demonstrate artificial intelligence to our communities, has a new baby sister, Espresso. Espresso will be launching this summer in honor of our 80th anniversary. So, we're always doing something new and fun.
Well, Mary, I love that everything is always so exciting with the Harford County Public Library. As we mentioned earlier in this conversation, you're always looking for good ideas, always looking to implement some new and fun things for the community. One thing we did talk about, kind of the primary topic of this conversation, was Taste of Harford, Back for Seconds, the sequel this year coming up next month in May. Tell me a little bit more about that. Just one more time. Where do people go to get info, cost, all that?
Absolutely. Well, the Harford County Public Library Foundation is hosting it. It is Sunday, May 18th from 1 to, I believe, 4 p.m. I might be off on that closing time, but tickets are $45. They're available online, and it's going to be a spectacular event. We have more than 40 food vendors, distilleries, wineries, vendors, jewelry, authors. I think just about anything you can think of, entrepreneurs will be there, and it's all about celebrating all those things that are great in Harford County and beyond.
I meant to ask you earlier, are there any sponsors you want to mention here that are big time?
Well, we are so incredibly grateful about all our sponsors and partners and restaurants, but let me mention some of the sponsors because I don't think I did that earlier.
Sure.
We have American Design and Build. We have American Century Solar, Harford County Government, Harford's Heart, Keene Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Harford County Trash Services, Klein ShopRite of Maryland, Window Depot, Brother Services Company, Gemcraft Homes, Harford Bank, Anna and James Lambden, Point Breeze Credit Union, Rainbow Restoration of Northeast Maryland, and Think Big Networks, LLC.
Oh, I love the community coming together to help a wonderful event happen. Well, Mary Hastler, thank you so much for your time. Again, people can find all the info they need, get tickets for Taste of Harford, or find out more about what's going on with the Harford County Public Library at the website hcplonline.org. Mary, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you so much for your time and everything you do.
Thank you, and I'll see everyone at one of your Maryland libraries.
This has been Maryland Today, a community engagement initiative of iHeartRadio Baltimore and iHeartMedia Communities.